Hello everyone, Dan Borrero, USA Land Ventures, bring you another golden nugget where we bring you the truth about investing in real estate. And today's truth is that if you're looking to invest in real estate, make sure you go to a state that is not trying to extend the eviction moratorium, because this is a sign of what's to come, and it's just going to get worse, guys. So right now, tenants and landlords alike are being used as political footballs. Wake up, everyone. Doesn't matter if you're red or blue. We're being used, tenants and landlords. Let's talk about this political football. The Supreme Court last week just came out with a decision that the CDC, nor does the President of the United States, have the right to extend the eviction moratorium, nor to impose that eviction moratorium. So essentially, this should have been passed, if we're going according to the decision and the analogies they use to derive that decision. This should have been passed last year. Not now, last year, if we're going to use those same analogies on how they derive to that decision. There's been $2.6 billion allocated by the federal government to the states for rent assistance for those individuals that are actually been affected by COVID-19. $2.6 billion. And I've got all this written down here, guys. That's why I'm looking over here. I don't want to miss anything. Only 1%, according to the Rent Stabilization Association General Counsel, has been allocated. 1% of that 2.6 billion. And according to an article locally here in New York, Governor Cuomo gave a $115 million contract to a Virginia-based company to essentially guide the state on how to distribute the funds that they got from that 2.6 billion. 115 million. So I suppose the existing departments that we have in place now, such as Section 8, HUD, and countless other departments that we have in place between the city of New York, between the state of New York, and the other municipalities throughout the entire state, couldn't handle that task. But we had to pay $115 million to an outside agency from Virginia to tell us how to do it. Does that make sense, guys? 115 million that could have went to rent assistance for tenants that actually truly need that assistance, that could help the landlords continue to maintain those properties in safe conditions. 115 million. Let's go a little further. Governors in New York, for instance, and I'm using New York because I'm most related to it because I'm here in New York. So the governor in New York right now is stating, and not only this current governor, but the previous governor, Cuomo, was stating that one of the reasons why they can't distribute the money quickly enough is because they can't seem to get the proper contact information to landlords or how to contact them. So let me see if I got this right. So in New York City, my real estate taxes went up 5%. My water and sewer charges went up as well. If you walk around, especially during the pandemic, you saw the Department of Building cars all over, in every single borough, on every single block. I've never seen so many Department of Building vehicles, ever. When I speak to people in the business, even though job sites were closed down, they seem to find a reason to give them a violation. And when I'm speaking to these people that in the circles that I run in, of course, and they're telling me that the least amount of the ticket violation, the violation cost, is $5,000. So essentially, here they are beating up the people that actually provide affordable housing, and then expect investors like us not to pass that on to the renters. So how do we make money? Literally, how do we make money? So this is like a commercial I saw when Giuliani was running against Dinkins in the 80s for mayor. And it was a Giuliani commercial, and he had a commercial where the shopkeeper's saying, I have a hold-up guy walking in the front door with a gun, and through the back door I have the government holding me up with taxes. That's what they're doing. So in New York State, $200 million has been paid to landlords for 15,500 applications. That only comes out to literally 8% of all the funds that they have. to pay landlords for tenants that have truly been affected. What's worse about this is that they've put such a blanket policy that tenants that can actually pay, the tenants that have not lost their jobs, the tenants that do have income and were not sick, are also taking advantages. Just very small percentage of that, but it's affecting the entire industry. So guys, what's most impressive is that landlords with over 150 units are not suffering. Actually, they've only had about a 2%, according to the articles I've been reading, 2 to 3% of people not paying increase. Those landlords could actually absorb it. What about the mom and pop people? What about the people that many of you are, and such as myself, right? Where we started, we saved every single red cent. We sacrificed. We went without, going out to dinners, without buying nice clothes, or without buying a new car, without going on vacation, working overtime so that we could actually have a decent down payment and we could actually have the funds for the renovation. How about those mom and pop landlords? I personally think there's an agenda here. I think what's going to happen, and I hope I'm wrong, is that the government's going to come in and renegotiate what's owed to landlords and say, landlord, you're owed $30,000, but if you take this offer right now, we'll give you $15,000. And but now if you're a landlord that has 50% of your tenants not paying, your choices are to eat it if you could afford it, or to go into foreclosure, where the government, the same people that have this 2.6 million, are going to come to you and say, we'll buy it from you at a discounted price. Does it not make sense? Guys, their argument is that they can't get out these funds because they don't have the personnel. You have 14 months to get it right. 14 months. Get it right. Stop living and playing political football on the backs of landlords and tenants. And one more suggestion. If you expect landlords to go without pay, then I expect my politicians, my political leaders, to also go without pay. Let's see if that happens. Take care, guys. Dan Borrero, USA Land Ventures. Have a wonderful day.